Hey everybody, welcome back to creating scenery for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Today's tutorial, it should be a quick and dirty one, but I want to talk about a couple things off the bat. I'm currently working on a Wright-Patterson Air Force Base Kilo Foxtrot Oscar in Dayton, Ohio. I have pretty much all of the airport infrastructure completed, such as runways, taxiways, approach lights, that kind of stuff. I haven't done my ground textures yet or anything like that. I'm planning ahead to use projected meshes for that. But I'm currently working on the PAX terminal, which you kind of actually see on the screen right now. It's the PAX terminal and the tower. I'll show you that here in a bit from Google Earth. But I also want to put this out, whatever you want to say, to the creator community. And I am creating, as always, my airports for free distribution, freeware. This is a hobby. I do accept donations. But this one, Wright-Patterson, I want to invite anybody that wants to make models. So you don't have to do an airport yourself. But to make some model building object that goes on the airport, whether it is a building, whether it's a fuel tank farm, any object that you would like to see included on the Air Force Base. That includes static aircraft. Wright-Patterson just really happens to be a C-17, C-5A. They don't have any 5As actually there, but they're there a lot. It's part of the transport system. Plus, it's going to be the new home for the space. Is it Space Force or is it the cyber? I think it's. I can't remember if they got selected for Space Force or they got cyber security, one of those two. Anyway, squadron, I can't remember. I mean, it's right down the road and I can't remember. But anyway, a lot happens at that Air Force Base. The cool thing about the Air Force Base is it's actually not on the Air Force proper property. It's part of the property, but it's not within the confines of the secure area of the air base, but it is the United States Air Force Museum, which is probably one of the largest, if not the largest, collection of military aircraft in one location. They have a series of gigantic Quonset Hunt hangars, and every aircraft that is ever used in the United States Air Force is represented in that museum, all the way up to the F-22. But a lot of models will go inside those buildings, and if you've never been there, I really recommend a trip. It's free admission. It's a great place to hang out for a day. If you have more than one day, it really helps because it's huge. All right, so anyway, that's the location that I am working on, and I invite any creators to contribute to that effort. Right now I'm working on the PAX term. Yeah, they have a passenger terminal, but it's a military terminal. It's not a fancy schmancy thing. And this building also has the control tower connected to it, and so I'm going to add that. So I want to make sure that this was my first building that I did. So if you are interested in helping in this project, go ahead and join my Facebook group, which is my Microsoft, try again. The group is Microsoft Flight Simulator, SDK, and Scenery, and this is on Facebook. I'm trying to put together an organized Discord. I have Discord set up for senior creators, but I haven't really done anything to it. So I want to use this opportunity for me to learn Discord. I mean, I use it for other things, but I've really never administered Discord, so I'm working on that, learning some of the things. You guys will probably know more about that than I would. But I'm going to put together some Discord locations where we can meet and talk and plan and give updates on stuff. Now, I will facilitate. I will collect your models, and I will do the in-sim stuff so you guys don't have to. But I will place your models in. Now, it's freeware. That's my intention, just like every other model that I do. I want people to enjoy it and not have to take out a mortgage to get it. But you will be mentioned as the source of the model, okay? I will give you full credit for whatever you contribute to the project. I look at you guys as scenery out there, and I know most of you, and I watch you closely. And I am impressed by your modeling skills and your attention to detail. And I feel that a community collaborated scenery would be pretty awesome. So anyway, I want to put that out there. I'm going to continue working on Wright-Patterson Air Force Base myself. But if you want to be a part of it, I totally welcome you to do that. And I will make it a free scenery up on flightsim.to. All right, so what am I doing today? In terms of tutorials, not much this week because I'm trying to get some modeling done. But we have, bring this up, Google Earth. It's not the best thing in the world, but it's better than nothing, right? All right, so this is the building I'm currently working on. This is the PAX term. These two sides aren't actually the terminal, but this is the terminal in the middle. It's military, so it's not fancy. But I'm getting ready to do the tower, all right? And I'm just going to show you just how I'm going to make this base, all right? Now, you can add in an object that has 8 sides. You can, to do that, you would add a circle, but only give it eight segments, and then you have the octagon. If you guys didn't know how to do that, how to make an octagon in Blender, just make a circle and only give it 8 segments, and you got an octagon. All right, but it's not a equal side. I don't know the actual term that they use for all the sides are equal on an octagon. Is there a term? Anyway, but this wall right here, for instance, it's 27 feet long. This wall over here is 17.5 feet long, and I think this one is like 12.5 or 13 feet. So the sides are different. All right, so you can't just use an 8-sided circle and make this shape. Now, there's other ways to make the shape. If you guys remember, I did a video a long time ago about an add-on for Blender, and it's called CAD Sketcher. I do not use, to be honest with you, I don't use it a lot because I don't do a lot of pre-planning kind of stuff. But every time, sometimes if I need something really precise, I'll put a CAD sketch in my model and then create the model out of that. But I don't use it, you know, all the time. I'll be honest with you. It's a great supplement to your modeling, but I don't. The precision I don't really need. You guys understand, as scenery creators, we don't need all that much architectural precision, right? But anyway, I'm going to show you a quick and dirty way of making this shape without using a CAD sketcher or something like that. You guys will understand. I'm not going to make the whole tower, but most likely I'm not going to make the whole tower in this video, just so you know. But what I'll do is when I start making this tower, I'll probably not put this out as a full tutorial video. I'll put it out as one of those fast modes where you can sit back and enjoy the music and watch it go up in time lapse or whatever you want to call it. All right, so anyway, I'm going to get a couple measurements off of here. I already have them, so I won't bore you with that. But I measured each one of these walls. This one's 17.5. This is 27 feet. This comes around 12.5, but depends on the angle that changes. But we're going to take care of that with a different function. And then we're going to give it its height. I think it's 28.5 feet. All right. And then we'll cut in the windows. All right. So let's get going on that. All right. So I'm in Blender and I have set my 3D cursor to, I've selected the center portion of this model, selected a vertice and moved my 3D cursor to that location. All right, and then I'm out of edit mode, and so I'm going to do a Shift A, and we're going to add a mesh, and we're going to add a single vert. And now it should automatically take you into edit mode, and it should, if it doesn't, just click the vertice mode box so you can see your vertice. All right, so we have our vertice there. Now, remember, this front wall is 27 feet. And the gap, if you remember, all right, let's see here. All right, so there's a gap. So this wall is 27. This one's 17.5. So the distance from this center of the tower to this wall is going to be half the front wall plus the distance from here to here, straight across. Don't go by this number because I just clicked on the screen, but it ended up being about 10 feet. So if I click down here at this corner and I try to come straight across, of course I want to get lined up, should be around 10 feet, 10 feet. All right. So I'm going to add that, I'm going to call it 10 because I've measured it like 4 or 5 times and it all came around 10 feet. All right. So I'm going to add that 10 feet to half of the 27 for my vertice location right here. All right. So what I'm going to do is in Blender, I'm going to, that vertice that I added is selected. So I'm going to GX, and we are going to move that. Remember, half of 27 is 13.5 plus 10 is 23.5. So we're going to go 23.5. Oh, maybe it isn't selected. Yeah, it is. It's right here. There it is. I didn't see it there for a second. So this is the location of one of those side walls. Now we're simply just going to extrude it in the Y, and we're going in the, I believe, the negative direction, 17.5, and that puts that corner right here, right? Okay, now we can do two things. We can come out this way straight across, so we know where to put this vertice that's going to go at the other opposite angle, right? Okay, here's another way to do that. We are going to simply Shift A. We're going to add a single vertice, which adds it at the, what's that called? 3D cursor. And I'm going to extrude that in the X 13.5. Did I enter that right? Did I enter it right? I can't remember. Let's back up again. Let's move X 13p.5. Oh, that didn't work. I'm going to do a couple Control Z's here and start this again. All right, so let's do Control A. Sorry about this. Single vert. There it is, right there. E X 13.5. There it is, right there. Now we're going to take this other vertice and we're going to move this in the opposite direction. GX minus 13.5. So now I have a line or edge that is 27 feet. Okay, now the distance from here out to that corner, okay, we need to know what this distance is. We know what the inside distance is out to here, right? Okay, so you can do that a couple ways. You can select the inside wall and then out to this point here, which may not be perfect. See, it kind of goes up. It says it's 30 feet. All right, another way to do that is you got to kind of know where you want to measure from, right? So I'm going to click at the base of that corner, move my view so I'm kind of straight on with that wall, and then click straight out. And I get about 12 feet, which is kind of what I've been measuring. So I'm going to call it 12 for now. All right, so we're going to clear that. Get out of Pro here. Get out of Earth Pro. And I am going to take this edge and I'm going to move in the Y direction minus the length of this wall plus the 12. So this is 17 and a half. And we're going to add 12 to that, so I have 29 and a half, right? So we're going to go minus 29. Whoops, wrong way. Wrong way. It's not minus. What am I doing? All right, we're going to move Y 29. Boy, I'm really screwing things up. Hold on. I'm getting way ahead of myself. All right, so let's select that edge. Move Y minus 29.5. Okay, so that gives me those two walls there. Now this one's easy. We're just gonna Shift D, copy that, right? Escape so I don't inadvertently move it. And we are going to move it our the length of this wall, which is 27, the length of this space, which is 10, and 10 for this space over here. So we're going to move it 47 feet. Okay, so we're going to move that in the X direction minus 47. Okay, so that gives us our three controlling walls for the base of that tower. All right, I know this is elementary stuff, right? Okay, now with these selected, we can just select these two vertices, hit F, select these, hit F, right? And we have a shape that looks like the base of our tower, right? Okay, now we can add the roof easily enough by selecting these two vertices and closing those off, and then make this into a polygon if we wanted to, right? We don't have to do that at this point because there would be too much stuff to move around, right? Plus we'll have a wall against another wall. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to select A for all the edges, and I'm going to extrude those in the Z 28.5 feet. So I don't have that back wall that I would have to go back and delete anyway. Then I can select my vertices there at the end, hit F, link those in, and then I can, with edge select, I can easily, whoops, I don't want to do it that way. I can easily hold down my shift and select these tops like this, and then hit F, and then now I have my roof. Now I haven't done any editing on the roof in terms of there's a parapet at the top, okay? So this roof deck is actually lower than the actual wall, right? All right, so that's called a parapet. All right, so anyway, that's just an easy way to make that shape, okay? So I'm going to go on and I'll probably record everything from this point forward as I build the tower and put that into a music video, whatever. All right, anyway, main reason for the video was to invite you guys to collaborate on Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Dayton, Ohio. And let's see what us creators working together can come up with. If you have any comments, leave comments. If you haven't joined the Microsoft Flight Simulator SDK and Scenery Facebook group, please do that. And I have a post about this collaboration on there. I recommend that you guys comment and invite to that. And I will let you know when I get my Discord set up for that, and put an invite to that out on the Facebook group. If you guys feel inclined to help what I do here with these videos, and you know, donations for my scenery, whatever you want to do, you can buymeacoffee.com/myphysicalworld. Thank you everybody that has done that in the past. I'm not here to become rich. I'm not, and this channel will never be big enough for me to retire my day job. Actually, this is my day job, to be honest with you. Not because I'm making money off of it. It's just that I'm done working I'm done working for somebody else. Let's put it that way. But this is what I do. I build models for people. I build free scenery. I make these videos, and I paint. I'm kind of retired, semi-retired at the moment. But anyway, if you feel inclined to support, buymeacoffee.com/myphysicalworld. I have a Gumroad page, myphysicalworld.gumroad.com, that I put free stuff up there for you. And anyway, I'm babbling. I will see you guys in the next video. See you guys later.